reuse me, reuse me, reuse me, reuse me, please reuse me, reuse me, reuse me, reuse me, please reuse me. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my current favourites, and it's going to be a bit of a weird kind of mishmash of things, but it's stuff that I'm using at the moment, enjoying at the moment, things that are, you know, food, clothes, zero waste, vegan, all that kind of like fun stuff. Because it's, for some reason, because it's becoming Christmas, even though it's getting colder and I'm becoming more of a hermit, there are so many more things that go on, like into the winter, loads of more events. So I've been going out and trying lots more things, which has been really nice, and yeah, it's been exciting to find and discover more stuff. I did want to ask you guys a question, because I don't want this channel to just be like, oh, you could use this product or you could use this product, blah 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 blah. Obviously I want you guys to find this helpful, and if you do want to use products, like obviously I still do, I don't know, it's one of those things, I don't want it to become too product heavy, so I need some kind of I don't know, help from you guys to let me know, is it helpful to show you different brands and different products that I have discovered that are eco-friendly or vegan or zero waste, or trying to be more zero waste? Or is it more helpful to show you how to use your own things that you already have? Or is it useful for both? Because obviously some of us will have some stuff and some of us won't. So please let me know what you think about product reviews. Obviously I would always let you guys know if I was being sponsored, which I'm not. So yeah, everything I say is genuine, but let me know. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight into it because I've waffled on for almost 2.5 minutes. So the first time I'm going to start with is vegan food and zero waste food. So recently I went to a wine and cheese evening at 10 Cable Street, my friend Moko's place, which was so fun, and they had two companies there. They had Kinda Co, which is a girl called Ellie, has her own vegan cheese business, and also Mouse's Favourites. Unfortunately they weren't there, but they also make vegan cheese as well. And oh my god, I really did not like vegan cheese before, because it's made out of oils and it's really kind of like, it feels so processed. There feels nothing natural or tasty about it. It's just kind of like, you know, like that American cheese that's like, it comes in squares and it's so yellow, like that just reminds me of all vegan cheeses, unfortunately. So I was a bit skeptical when I went, but Ellie hand makes all her Kinda Co cheeses, and I bought this one, which is a nacho cheese dip, and unfortunately you can see there's nothing left in there because it's so good. And obviously this came in a glass jar, which I'm going to reuse, which is the perfect size for things like chia puddings and other such things. And this nacho dip is honestly divine, honestly divine. She also had loads of other ones. If you've ever had a cheese called Borsa, she has one that's called a garlic and herb one that tastes just like that. Obviously I'm biased, I can't remember the last time I ate cheese, 5-6 years ago, but it's a good alternative. I think I wouldn't really call vegan cheese, I'd call it, you know, an alternative, and these are kind of spreads, I guess. But Mouse's Favourites, they had a camembert, which was, it was so good. Honestly, it was so good. Me and my friend Kate went with me, and there's a girl next to me called Freya, and honestly, I don't think we could have eaten any more than we did. It was ridiculous. It was so good. And there was also a wine sommelier there, and he'd recently turned vegan, and so he had dedicated his career into a new career in vegan wine rather than just wine. And he told us about 7 different vegan wines that are made and produced in the UK, which is amazing because they're vegan and they're locally sourced. So what I'm going to do is I'll put the links down below if you're interested in any kind of vegan wine. I will put a warning next to the red wine saying I don't like it, but Other people liked it, I'm just saying. It's a shame because red wine's my favourite, but Britain doesn't really make great red wine. Anyway, I'm going to move on because I'm talking a lot about things. This is going to be a long video. I'd get a cup of tea if I were you now. I'd just pause this, get a cup of tea and sit down and just enjoy the chat. Okay, the next one is actually a double whammy. Really enjoying chickpeas right now. But also really enjoying a little pop-up on a Saturday called the Store Cupboard. I've mentioned this in a previous meal prep video. They are a teeny tiny pop-up in Crystal Palace Food Market in Southeast London. Hallelujah, we do not have hardly any kind of zero waste stuff in Southeast London. So, although obviously I realise that saying that is from a terribly privileged position, because obviously I live in London and I have something. But it is nice not to have to travel an hour up to North London or Central London to buy unpackaged foods. Sorry guys, got interrupted by the door, and through the post I just got the wedding invitation to one of my best friends. And it made me cry. Yeah, so I was talking about the chickpeas. Love chickpeas. I've been putting them in everything. I've been putting them in salads. I've been putting them in curries. I've been putting them, mashing them up with a bit of vegan mayonnaise and having them as a sandwich, kind of like a fake tuna texture, which is great. Love it, love it. And yeah, the Store Cupboard is a wonderful resource. It's only open from 10 till 3, but you can get so many things. Like you can get loads of spices, unpackaged teas, unpackaged random things like arrowroot powder. You can get olive oil unpackaged, all the beans you can ever possibly imagine and want in life. Things like dates, figs, etc, etc. All these links will be down below if you're interested, but take a look. Okay, moving away from food. I am someone who I love puzzles, I love a challenge, I love problem, but I have to be able, it has to be something that can be solved, it has to have an answer. So recently I was slightly bored at work and I just needed something to keep me occupied, to challenge me, and something that I'd be able to, I'm quite obsessive when it comes to learning something new, and I like to start it and then only finish once I've actually grasped the solution or the problem or whatever. So say hello to my Rubik's Cube. This Rubik's Cube, honestly, so much fun. But the problem is, now that I've solved it, I don't really know what to do. I just keep solving it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to move on to is shoes and clothes. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I literally buy all of my clothes now thrifted. I'll only ever buy something new if like it's from a wonderful, ethical and sustainable company that are, I don't know, something extraordinarily fantastic about them, and I'll be like, maybe I'll give it a go. But for now, I'm literally thrifting all of my clothes. Even this jumper cost me $2. I got it a couple of years ago from a thrift shop in America. But my absolute favourite thrifted item right now is my jacket. Let me get it for you. It is this blue kind of bomber style jacket. I got it when I was in America. It cost me $4 or $5, can't quite remember. And this is what it looks like. It's got these kind of toggle details that I don't absolutely love, but they're okay. But I just love how like big and like squidgy it is, and it's so comfortable. And the irony is that I honestly don't know how to dress cool, but since thrifting I have had so many more compliments on my clothes. But yeah, that's why I'm like really happy with this jacket, because one, it's really comfortable, it's really warm. I bought it thrifted, really cheap. I love wearing it every day, it's very useful, and also I really love the colour. But also I have been getting compliments from people being like, oh, I really love your jacket, and it just makes me smile, because it's like, oh, it's so nice that I can still buy stuff thrifted that people still think like look cool. Not that that's the most important thing, but you know. The next thing is this cardigan that I've been wearing in a few of my recent photos on my personal Instagram. I love this cardigan. I didn't get this thrifted, I got it second hand. It was my granny's. My granny passed away a couple of years ago and she let me have this, which I really love. It's so nice. I love the pattern. It's just really cool. It's really warm. Yeah, I'm just a massive fan of this, especially because I'm quite boring and I wear just like grey, black, whatever. But I've really got into blue recently. Really got into blue. And the next thing is these trousers. I don't know if you can see them properly, but I'll show you a clip. I really love these trousers. I wear them to work. Sometimes I'll wear them just out and about. But I got these from a thrift shop. Well, it's actually a Buddhist charity shop right next door to where I work in Bethnal Green, called Llama's Pyjamas. They cost me about £8, I think, but that's because they're in really good condition and they're from ASOS. So it's not as though like, and if it's a brand that's well known in the UK, and obviously they're going to mark them up a bit. And also I think in the UK it's much harder to find thrifted items that are like really cheap and still good quality and stuff like that, because we don't waste and consume as much as America does. It's one of those things where it just depends where you are, where you manage to find thrift shops. But in London, Trade is a really good charity shop. There are so many of them around London and they're absolutely huge. The ones in Finsbury Park is one of the better ones, and up in Hackney as well. Hackney's probably the better one if you're like really concerned with trying to find cool clothes, I guess, because all the cool people live in Hackney, I suppose. This is a massive generalisation, I don't really know. This is coming from a very uncool person, so I'm just saying, just putting it out there. What else have I got that I am actually really liking? Shoes. So a company called Bohempia, great name, got in touch with me and asked me if I'd like to review their shoes. That's why at the beginning of this video I asked you guys if this is the kind of stuff that you'd like to see or not. Because hemp is actually the strongest natural fibre in the world, and this company, the reason why I like them, one, because I like their shoes. I mean, they just look like Vans, and I to be honest, I wear them every day to work. I am the kind of person that likes to just have one pair of shoes that they wear every single day, and any other pairs of shoes that I have, like I wear on, you know, if I'm going out or a special occasion or whatever. But these are made from hemp and sustainable rubber, I think. And what I like about these is they're from the Czech Republic, sorry, but they support local economy there. They support local industry, like a weaving industry and the dyeing place industry. All of their practices are as sustainable as possible and eco-friendly as possible, and vegan, of course. They're a tiny company, and they've just started a Kickstarter, which I'll put down below if you're interested in checking it out or finding any more information about them. But with shoes, I think that it's so easy to buy secondhand shoes, but I think also if you are, you know, I'm size 7, I've got galumphing clown feet, like it's actually quite hard to find shoes my size, and I only wear several pairs of shoes. So, and I'll wear them like... Sorry, I keep getting interrupted. I feel like Saturday is the day that everyone comes to visit. Anyway, I can't remember what I was saying. Something about thrifting? Trade? Really good one. Finsbury Park and Hackney, the cool people, that's what I was saying. No, I was talking about shoes. The shoes. I am very much a kind of trainery type person. Also, you can tell that they're a bit dirty, so if you take care of them, they'll look obviously a lot nicer for a lot longer. Yes. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, so this I have one more thing, this print. If you don't know, I am obsessed with Totoro. If you don't know who Totoro is a character from a Studio Ghibli or Ghibli film. It's called My Neighbor Totoro, of course, and I didn't used to be into anime at all, but I absolutely love these films. They have just the most beautiful stories, the most beautiful illustrations, and they are just like, they're just so wonderful. Like, I can't express how wonderful they are. The score is incredible, the music, you know, everything about it. I think it's because I'm also really getting into animation at the moment in terms of animating things myself, but oh man, it is just wonderful. And Totoro is bloody cute, I won't lie. I've got a Totoro pillow, I've got a Totoro toy that my sister brought me back from Japan, and now I've got a Totoro print. A Totoro print I bought from a print shop in Brighton. Yeah, I love the Studio Ghibli films. If you haven't watched them and you're interested, I would suggest Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service. Yeah, I'd start with those five. Those five are probably the best and the most well known, I think. Yes. I think this video has turned more into kind of like a chat video, but that's okay. If you're interested and you're happy to listen to me chit chat along, like, let me know if you like these kind of videos, because I don't know, sometimes I worry that my channel's not very personal, and I don't want you to think that I'm just this robot that sits on the other end of the screen and like tells you what's good and what's bad. Because at the moment, to be honest, like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying really hard to find out what is good and what is bad, what I should do, what I shouldn't do, and all this kind of stuff, but I think we're all learning and we're all learning together, and I think that's why quite a few of you like watching my channels, because, you know, I promote this kind of every step counts, and don't worry if you fail. It's life is about learning from your mistakes, so why not use every single different transition that you're making as a mini life experience, you know? That leads me on actually to my last and final thing, is animation. If you don't know what I do for a living, I'm a storyboard producer. So I work for a tiny little storyboard company up in Bethnal Green, and we produce storyboards, and we also produce animatics, which are just kind of like these weird storyboards that are slightly animated in slight parts that are just like, I don't know, it's very strange, but it's really great. Anyway, I love animation, and I've been getting into animation a lot recently. So I'll put some after this so you can see what they're like, but I've also started an animation Instagram just called Sustainably Vegan Animations. I'll put that down below if you're interested.
In the UK, 30% of fruit and vegetables go to waste every year because they don't meet restaurant or supermarket specifications. Just because we're wonky, too small or too big doesn't mean that we taste any worse. So next time you're in a supermarket, choose the ugly or wonky fruit, because we taste just as good. Shh, I'm hiding. The egg industry has no need for me because I'm a boy. So I'm hiding so that they don't throw me away.
Anyway, my camera's about to die, so I'm just going to really wrap this up. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And let me know just kind of what you think about these videos, just chit-chatting away. Also, I apologise I haven't got back to a lot of your comments. It's honestly because I'm so busy at work at the moment and I'm trying to juggle everything, but I will try and get back to all of you. Thanks so much for watching this incredibly long video, and I hope to see you guys very soon. See you in the next one. Bye.
Reuse me, reuse me, reuse me, reuse me, please reuse me.